Morning Juventini of the world, my name is Giuseppe, welcome back on the channel. Yes, you heard it well, I said morning instead of ciao. For what reason? Looks like yesterday, the day after the victory from Juve over Napoli, the Juve admin decided that from now on it is morning instead of ciao. Jokes aside, I keep ciao because it's an emblem, an icon of the channel, so we will not change it. But on the other side, I'm looking for some copyright infringement here because it looks like the Juve admin became not only a sub from the channel, but he's taking a lot of inspiration. No, I'm joking. I will absolutely not sue Juventus admin. They can do whatever they want. They can take everything from the channel and put them online. They only make me happy. Anyway, in today's video, we'll speak about the 2 days after Juve Napoli, because yesterday I didn't record it. I will tell you why in a second. But we have a lot of things to speak about. Going inside Juve Napoli, speaking about the results of Milan, about Inter yesterday. So, maximum of like if you didn't yet. Please do like the admin of Juve Twitter. Please sub on the channel as well. And I have an honest question before starting speaking about everything. But I want honest comments only in the comment section, ragazzi. Which was the most beautiful hug? The one between Beppe and Adrien Rabiot in La Continassa? Or was it the hug between the coach Max Allegri and Adrien Rabiot right after, in the locker room, right after the post-victory over Napoli? Let me know in the comment. I'm really curious to read you. So now, why didn't I record yesterday? I trained the kids in the morning. Super cold. It was minus I don't know how much. It was raining. It was a storm yesterday. I came home, shower. I fell asleep on the couch. And then it was a bit too late. Too late because I didn't know how to explain you the video. Did I had to start telling you that Juventus was still first? How many points difference with Milan? So I was really curious. I said, you know what? I will wait that these games are over so that I can really go into detail and explain you the right narrative. What we can do today, because Lazio yesterday did 1-1. Struggling team of Maurizio Sarri. Do we care? No. At the moment, they are extremely far away from Juventus. But on the other side, the games that were really interesting were Atalanta-Milan. Big game. Entertaining game. That was decided by someone that was 100% whistled by his own fans. We are speaking about the number 9, Muriel, whistled by his own fans when he entered the field. For what reason, I don't know. But what I want to do with all of you, the Juventini, I want to put a maximum of applause for Muriel because he entered and he decided with a fantastic, beautiful goal. That game, 3-2, I think they totally deserve that win. And it's really great because he's putting Milan, that is third in Serie A, even further away from the Bianconeri. On the other side, Inter Udinese. 4-0 for a team of Simone Inzaghi. Did they deserve to win? Absolutely, yes. Did they play better? Yes. Were they stronger? Yes. Are they stronger at Juventus? Yes. Yesterday, they totally demolished the other Bianconeri. Was I hoping for Udinese to do a result? Hoping, yes. Was I believing that it would have been possible? Absolutely not. Impossible. So, we have to say that Inter is strong. They have depth, they have conviction, they have experience, they have everything that it takes to go there and win the Scudetto. Only Inter can lose it. And we said it in the beginning of the season. During the season, we are watching it, we are seeing it. On the other side, I have to come back on the fact that we are at the moment second at only -2 from Inter, which is kind of a miracle if we are speaking about the fact that we didn't do Mercato, that 2 of our starting midfielders are not able to play, if we are speaking about some dubious decision on the field from VAR and referees, because if we compare both teams, everything is going towards the Inter team. Everything. They are stronger. We already said it. Let me not repeat it too much. On the other side, also some referee decisions are going towards them. Because if nobody can put in doubt their deserved victory over Udinese yesterday, well, that first goal is again coming from a dubious little penalty received. And I'm not here to say was it penalty or not. But in doubt, for Juve, probably they would not have whistled that. And that penalty is coming again because it was the 40th minute, where Udinese was not doing anything. They were not deserving to win. But anyway, that game was unlocked by, again, a special decision. Like it was in the last game that they played. I don't remember against who. And that they were, again, Napoli, I believe. Against Napoli. Again, that the goal that's come from a dubious thing. So I believe it's really a miracle for the Bianconeri to be there. We are there with injuries, with no Mercato, with everything that you want to. And we are there at -2. I think it's really a miracle. But anyway, that's not what I really wanted to speak about. I wanted to enter now in the game Juve and Napoli with Gazzetta dello Sport that is rewarding Andrea Cambiaso, because if Max Allegri is receiving a 7, if Juventus is receiving a 7, the MVP according to the pink paper was Andrea Cambiaso. Now, of course, I want all of you to tell me who was your MVP of Juve Napoli. Well, I have to say, am I surprised about the game of Cambiaso and him receiving the MVP? No, because he did an extraordinary game there on the right side. You remember, after Inter, we were all doubtful. I was asking Cambiaso to be tested on the right side since the beginning of the season. When I saw him against Inter, I said, maybe I was wrong. But luckily, Max Allegri continued to insist, also because Weah was not there. Good news, he trained yesterday partially with the team and is targeting the game against Monza to be back on the bench. But Cambiaso did really well. Am I surprised? No, I'm not. Am I surprised that he did the assist against Napoli? Absolutely not. Why? Because while I was live with him on the Juve channel, YouTube and Twitch, I told him we will win. And together with Leandro, we said, you will do the assist.
Un altro vinciamo noi.
Assist di Cambiaso.
Assist di Cambiaso, fantastico.
Oggi si è allenato, ragazzi.
Ragazzi,
So was it a surprise? Absolutely not. When I told you about Juve admin being a subscriber on the channel, inspiring himself from what we are seeing here, it's not only the intro with Ciao Juventini of the world, but probably also the epic celebration of Federico Gatti with the Miaooooo. Do you remember that celebration? Well, the hours after the victory over Juve, they also posted that beautiful Miaooooo. So beautiful, but not only Juve admin. Also Tutto Sport is probably subscribing on the channel with their first page of yesterday. Tutto Sport, Juve, Miaooooo. Because if we spoke about Andrea Cambiaso, we didn't yet about Federico Gatti. Yesterday I posted a short where I explained to you how iconic, how important Federico Gatti is, how representative of this Juventus 23-24 Federico Gatti is. A player that is never giving up, a player that is fighting, an example for whatever you want. And I will not be here to again repeat the same story. Federico Gatti, do you remember that 3 years ago he was a bricklayer? We all know that story. But what he's showing on the field is just epic and fantastic. And of course, he has to become better, because defensively he still needs to do something better. And instead of starting again with that bricklayer story, I prefer to tell you what he told me. He said 3-4 years ago I was still a mezzala. So we are looking at him and we know him as a defender, but defensive role is something quite new for him. So of course he needs to improve. Of course he needs to do better. And that's why I'm saying that he's really representing Juve. Gazzetta dello Sport saying Allegri, c'è Gatti. Gatti is there for Max Allegri, but it's a total Juve that is represented by Gatti. Why? The good thing, the fighting spirit, the fino alla fine, believing in it, going full power, kissing the badge, really believing a cohesive team, but on the other side with a lot of margins to grow. Look at the fantastic, beautiful season of Szczesny, and then a moment where he totally collapsed. He totally forget what is happening. Why? Look at that. Fantastic save on Di Lorenzo, out of this world. Second half, he's giving the ball back. He's giving the ball back. What a huge mistake that would have costed Juventus the draw or maybe even the loss. But the good thing, what I saw, was the reaction. Because if 1 year ago I would have told you, even if it was cancelled, the goal of Osimhen, Juventus would have mentally totally collapsed, which they didn't do now, which is a fantastic, beautiful improvement versus last year. Mentally, we are there. And even if we have a lot of things to do better, even if we have these moments of absence, I see a growing Juve. A growing Juve, but with margins. Dusan Vlahovic, it's the second time that is not deciding the game. The penalty and the rebound against Monza, and luckily Rabiot is there to support him and to help him with that corner kick a minute after, but also now with the ball that had to be scored. Flop of the game according to Gazzetta dello Sport, Tutto Sport, Corriere dello Sport. Gazzetta gave him a 5.5. Was he the flop of the game? According to me, you can't miss that chance, especially if you are comparing with the game of Osimhen that was really, really dangerous, really strong, that was really able to show us that he is in form, while Dusan Vlahovic needs to go back in form as soon as possible. Now, speaking about Osimhen, you know it, he did that 5-1, reminding all the supporters of Juve that last year they won 5-1 in the Maradona Stadium. Well, I made a joke immediately. That was then also there, copyright infringement, no credits. A lot of people, big accounts, they took it and they shared it on their own account. I said it was not the 5-1 that it was reminding, but at that moment, the position of Juve won and the position of Napoli fifth. But anyway, that was a joke that I could take care of. But yeah, it's a loser mentality, according to me, because they will live with that 5-1 for how many years? How many years? Think about now. Think about the fact that you just lost. Think about the fact that you are title holders because you won last year and that you're absolutely not in a position to defend it. These are the things that you have to think about, not the 5-1 of last year. That's actually loser mentality. And you know what? If that 5-1 in a way didn't make me even angry, made me smile a bit, you know what made me angry? And it's something that I didn't see until yesterday evening, was actually the gesture before that 5-1. I don't know if someone noticed it, but that's a really disgusting gesture. And that's why I'm saying loser mentality. And Juve is now at second, under Inter. These are the pictures that they have to put there. They have to put there because this, after De Laurentiis' direct attack, is really offensive. And I don't want to see these kind of things anymore. And if they do, like Gagliardini, that is actually celebrating in front of Adrien Rabiot, well, these are the pictures that you have to put in the locker room. And that, only that, has to motivate you to continue the run that we are doing at the moment. The dream that we are doing, not only confirmed by Adrien Rabiot, but yesterday also by Danilo, the other captain, the first captain of Juventus, that was saying, feet on the ground, top 4, first objective, because we know how crucial it is for the future of Juve. But of course, we want to dream. Of course, we have a dream in the locker room, and we have to continue to dream. So that was the beautiful thing. Muso di Gatti. Let's speak about the playing style a bit. Muso di Gatti, the snout of the cat. This is the page of Corriere dello Sport. What are they referring to? Cortomuso, short snout with a definition, a victory obtained with the slimmest margin necessary by the nose. Cortomuso, easy. You all know it, eh? With the fifth 1-0 of the season, even more if we are counting the victories with 1 goal margin. It is something entertaining at the fewest. No, I can understand it that you want to win 5-0, 4-0, 3-0, whatever you want to. I can understand it, but this is how we are winning at the moment. And it's important to take these victories, because then you have Mazzarri, that after the game, the coach of Napoli, was saying, we dominated the match. We pinned Juve in their half for the whole second half. I don't know if it's correct, first of all, because it's not only Napoli that pinned Juve in their own half. But then think about it. Is it really the other team that is pinning Juve in their whole own half? Or is it maybe also the strategy to say, we don't care about ball possession. You want ball possession? Take ball possession. And try to do something against us. Barella said it, Juve the most difficult team to play against for their playing style. And then that narrative that a lot of people are saying, but Juventus, they score 1-0, they all defend, they don't stop playing anymore. I show you here a few pictures where I don't think it's really the real thing. It's not really reality. Look at that. If you're looking at the positions on the field, the average position of both starting team, well, you see that you have 4 players in the opposition half of Napoli, while Napoli has 6. So there is not a huge, big difference, really compact in the middle of the field, with Napoli that had a real clear game plan, attracting everyone to the side of Politano to make sure that Kvaratskhelia was a bit more free, had more space on the left side. And actually, we see it with their stats. 49, so nearly 50% of the time they were playing on that right side during the game. Juventus that was able to understand it, except of one time where it could have been a total disaster. Luckily, Szczesny stood on his feet until the last moment, and Kvara, that is not the Kvara of last year, totally missed it. But except of that time, Juventus was really, really, really alert, secure, organized, structure, whatever you want. So following a game plan that worked. And then if you tell me, Beppe, we score and we hold back, we go back and we park the bus. It's not true. Look at that. This is the second half only until the goal of Federico Gatti. 4 shots or attempts from Napoli, only 1, the goal of Federico Gatti. And then you go towards the other part until the 76th minute, where you see that Juventus continue to play and they have 4 more attempts while Napoli has 0 attempts. So the narrative Juventus is stopping playing after scoring goal, it's not true. Remember the goal that we concede about Inter after scoring, we continue to play and we concede a goal. So we see a different Juve, which the narrative we stop playing is not correct. Then if you speak about possession, yeah, but we know it. If people are expecting that Juve against that Napoli of Mazzarri would have had 60% ball possession, probably you don't know Juve enough or you are not watching the game. But on the other side, possession is great. Yes, it's nice. Of course it's nice. I will not deny it. But look, yesterday, Eintracht Frankfurt, again Bayern Munich, 35% for Frankfurt, 65% for Bayern Munich. What was the score? 5-1 for Eintracht Frankfurt, 5-1. So possession is important, yes, but it's not everything. And if you're looking at the stats, of course, there are things that I want to improve, the goals from the strikers, etc., but especially the pass accuracy, because that's a problem. Especially if you don't have the ball possession, you need to have that pass accuracy. And if you have only 70% in total, it's not enough. If you have only 61% in opposition half, it's not enough. Things that we have to do much better, continuing to train. Passing skills, ball control, it's something that we have to do, because otherwise then it starts to be difficult. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. I will try to do a second video later today with the 0 to 10. If not, it will be for tomorrow. Grazie for following the channel. Grazie, forza. Juve.